Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the essay The Golden Age by A.G. Gardiner. A.G. Gardiner is an essayist, biographer, and a sketcher. He wrote under the pseudonym of Alpha of the Plough. He writes with tongue in cheek humor about various aspects of life. Now, like the previous essay that we studied, El Dorado, this essay is also a philosophical essay. It is a comment on human nature, and it is more or less similar to the previous essay, El Dorado, that we studied. There is a lot of common quality between the two essays. Now, the theme of the essay, the Golden Age, is established by the writer in the very beginning. The big opening lines of the essay establish its theme very clearly, and these lines can be read as: I see that Dean Ainge has been lamenting that he did not live a couple of generations ago. He seems to think that the world was a much more desirable place then than it has been, and that it has been going to the dogs ever since, and that the only comfortable thought that we can cultivate in this degenerate time is that we shall soon be out of it. Assuming for the moment that the world was a happier place 50 or 60 years ago, I doubt whether it follows that the Dean would have been happier in it than he is in our world today. The measure of personal happiness is fortunately not dependent on external circumstances. It is affected by them, of course. So, in this way, the theme of the essay is established by the writer in these opening lines, and he says that there are certain people who always complain about the times that they are living in. They feel that the present time is not good. The earlier years were good, the earlier generations were good, or maybe the coming time would be good, but the present time is not good. They are always criticizing it. But the question is whether these people would be happy if they were born some centuries ago, or they would be happy if they are born some centuries later. That there is a question mark there, and the writer questions such attitudes, and he says that those people who have a tendency to get disappointed very easily, they would be dissatisfied in every age. In whichever age they are born, they would always complain. It is true that suitability and favorability of external circumstances does impact us. Yet it is not the deciding parameter of our happiness or contentment. It is our inherent nature that decides whether we are jolly or sorry. Happiness, says the writer, is a quality of character. Not to say that it does not have any physical basis. Good physical composition leads to merry nature, but it is the mental outlook that underlines the basic attitude of a person. The mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven or hell, a hell of heaven. So, in this way, the writer has clearly established the fact that external circumstances can decide our mentality only to a certain limit. If our circumstances are not favorable, then we feel a bit sad. If our circumstances are favorable, then we feel happy. That is true. That is true for all people. But we see that different people behave differently in different circumstances. Some people have positive attitude even in the most adverse situation, and some people keep complaining even when there is no major problem in their life. So there lies a difference. The difference lies in the attitude, the point of view of the people. In this way, point of view is very important in determining the reaction of an individual to a particular situation. The moderns think that the ancient age was golden. The ancients must have yearned for some other utopia. In fact, the utopia is an unattainable ideal. Every age has its own merits and demerits. In every age, there are people who are satisfied with the age and those who are dissatisfied with the age. It is all a matter of outlook. So, students, we will continue with this essay in our next lecture. Thanks.